Natalie Young joined us. Muramasa set to tackle the Ladbrokes Geelong Cup, third up into his spring campaign. That managed to dodge the rain on Caulfield Cup Day. I imagine you're very happy with how both your horse and the track's presented.
Yeah, definitely. We're running here for $5 instead of $5 but at the end of the day, it's all about running the horse, and that greater scheme down the track, which is the Melbourne Cup. So, look, he hates it wet, and he's got all his conditions here today, and he's nice and fit. He's had that trial in between runs over 1,400 metres at Cranbourne, and he trialled up excellent. So I think he's sort of going to present here nice and fit, even though, it'd be nice to be fourth up, but yeah, I think he presents nice and fit.
Can you explain where he is physically, given you probably want him to peak ideally in 13 days' time, and you would have had him perhaps primed more so to run Saturday?
Look, basically, he had the extra gallop on Saturday morning. I thought he galloped up excellent. And, in hindsight, maybe he might have needed a little bit. I think, sticking up at 1,800 at Sandown, I think he just may blew out a little bit that touch on that uphill rise. So, I think today for the 2,400 and trialling in between, I think he's a lot more forward. But it's not the grand final, it's the semi. And if we run top three, I'll be happy and we won't get that weight penalty.
Daniel knows him well. Where do you think you'll ideally have him going past the winning post the first time?
I'm sort of hoping like Herman Hayes maybe will lead. And look, you've got Birdman, that's obviously the one to beat in the race, and obviously the favourite. But look, I think we'll probably just jump and sit sort of fifth or sixth. But he's a horse that needs rhythm. So if they really slow up and make it a walk and a sprint home, I think Daniel's going to just let him stride a little bit, because he's a horse about rhythm, and then he's got that really good kick afterwards.
All the best.
Thank you.
It's an interesting point there, the potential speed map. As good as this field is, the thing it's lacking is genuine speed on paper. So Herman Hesse will be prominent from an inside draw. You'd think Vow and Declare might be able to push forward. Hit the road. Jack outside of him is a horse with speed. Muramasa, as we heard there from Natalie, does have that tactical versatility. But will we see something ridden outside of its pattern, or will it be a slowly run race? We'll learn very shortly, Nigel.
We will. Here we go. The 137th Ladbrokes Geelong Cup. It's been the pathway for Media Puzzle, Americain and Juniden to glory on the first Tuesday in November.
Round. Mission of Love. Currently a $41 chance, takes an outside alley. Vow and Declare. Goes up to barrier number 5. Hit the road. Jack is about to join them, and that will leave Interpretation and Mr. Wolfgang, who's halved its quote, Mr. Wolfgang, 51 into 26 after an eye-catcher last start. Interpretation goes in, and Mr. Wolfgang is going to be the final one. Unusual Legacy standing patiently next to Onesmoothoperator. $500,000 race. Mr. Wolfgang takes one more turn. 2,400 metres the distance of the Ladbrokes Geelong Cup. Mr. Wolfgang is in, and the field is set. They are ready, and they're racing in the Geelong Cup. Hit the road. Jack jumped away well with Vow and Declare, and Herman Hesse from barrier number 1 is holding its position. El Bodegon is right there as well, almost 4 across the track. Now out wide, Mission of Love is also searching across. Mr. Wolfgang's the widest. Now Unusual Legacy has gone to the outside of the field, and it's going to be pulled up, I reckon, Unusual Legacy here. There's just something not quite right with Unusual Legacy, and the favourite has been pulled out of the race. So it's an absolute sensation here at Geelong. They leave the running with just over 1,800 metres to go, and taking the lead is Mission of Love by 2 lengths. Hit the road, Jack and Herman Hesse. They were followed by Vow and Declare, who's one off the fence, and Muramasa around him. A length away the map, and then came Mr. Wolfgang, who's 3 wide in midfield. Between horses, El Bodegon, a length away and Maid. Then came Onesmoothoperator, Birdman. Interpretation is at the end of the field. An Unusual Legacy has been pulled out of the race. They swing towards the back section past the 1,400 metres, and the leader is Mission of Love by a neck, and slowed it off from Hit the Road Jack. Herman Hesse is 3rd, and 4th is Muramasa, getting a lovely trail at the 1,200 metres and halfway. A length and a half the map on the inside of Vow and Declare, and Mr. Wolfgang Wolfgang will sleep well tonight, 3 wide. A length and a half are made. Onesmoothoperator is 3 wide, but has the back of Mr. Wolfgang at the 1,000. Then came El Bodegon, a length Interpretation, and Birdman is last of the group. Speed's been only even at best, where Mission of Love is the leader from Hit the Road, Jack, and Herman Hess at the 800 metres. Mr. Wolfgang is sliding up out 3 wide to 4th, and then Muramasa behind those. Onesmoothoperator, followed by the Map, who hasn't worked at all. Interpretation's getting going, and there's Birdman set alight from the back of the field. Gets to midfield out very wide with a looping run from Vow and Declare. El Bodegon and a maid is last as they pack around the corner in the Cup. 400 metres to go. It's Mission of Love from Hit the Road, Jack. Herman Hess has got up on the inside. Mr. Wolfgang, Onesmoothoperator join in now. At the 250, it's Onesmoothoperator with Mr. Wolfgang. Then Herman Hess. Onesmoothoperator goes to the front from Mr. Wolfgang and comes away. Onesmoothoperator. 3 legs in front, 4 legs in front, and Onesmoothoperator's going to win it easily. Interpretation has got up for second from Muramasa, then a wall of them. A maid was right there with also the Map, and behind those Herman Hess. Back behind those horses, Mr. Wolfgang. Hit the Road, Jack, Vow and Declare, Mission of Love. Birdman got tired, and at the tail of the field, El Bodegon, and looking over to the 1,800 metres, Unusual Legacy has been pulled up out of the race and has broken down.
A dramatic Geelong Cup from start to finish. We wait for more information on Unusual Legacy. That is sad news indeed. But the story is Craig Williams has won his 6th Geelong Cup. Onesmoothoperator goes alongside Savrocker in 2000, Mandela in 2006, the Fuzz the following year, Dunedin in 2011, and Caravan rolls on in 2014. But maybe it's the 4th of those Cups, Dunedin, we need to hone in on, because Onesmoothoperator has announced himself as a contender with a stunning performance to make the Geelong Cup a one-act affair in 2024. Interpretation, he looks to be on song perhaps. He ran good closing sectionals, as Ben referenced, in the Bart Cummings. He's got home as the best of the rest into second. A similar story in similar colours for Muramasa of Busset and Young. That will top him off ahead of the first Tuesday in November. And the Kiwi, Mr. Wolfgang, was the best of the rest hanging on. But Onesmoothoperator made the Geelong Cup a one-act affair. He was 14 into 11 on the VOP, and Craig Williams has a 6th Geelong Cup in the 21st century. And Brian Allison, we'd mentioned at pre-race, he's had good experience bringing horses out to Australia in the 21st century, a number of them that have been Cups contenders. It hasn't always necessarily gone to plan with his gallopers though. Geez, it's gone to plan there with Onesmoothoperator, who has been simply dominant, Ben Ascari, in taking out the Ladbrokes Geelong Cup. That, of course, after his last run, was a 4th of 7 in the Group 3 September Stakes at Kempton in early September. That was 2 weeks after he was 7th, beaten 5 lengths in an E-ball, which we know has been a key reference every single year for our classic staying races. Things didn't quite go to plan for him in the E-ball 2-back. They've gone to plan in Geelong today.
It's been a dominant performance, and he's announced himself as a legitimate contender come the first Tuesday in November. 2 1/4 lengths was the margin. It was pretty soft on the line. The time was well inside a standard at 2:27.98. And the thing about his form, Amy, is he looks even better suited over further. So that's an exciting performance. Might have really relished getting down in the weights today and having an informed Craig Williams handle him to perfection. I love the run of Interpretation. He's just building every time he goes to the races, this preparation. But there's plenty to discuss here. Let's hear from the winning connections.
Brian Allison, is one very happy Yorkshireman here in Geelong. As Onesmoothoperator has been a dominant winner of the 2024 Ladbrokes Geelong Cup. Nice to finally get some luck this side of the equator, Brian.
I've been here a few times and had a few bits of bad luck, but this horse has been brilliant. He came over, he put weight on the trip over. Matt Brown rides him every day, and he's been great. He's doing good times. And I just said to Craig, he's not your normal stayer. He's got loads of speed. Because, you know, we drop him out at home. He's always had a good turn of foot. And you give him a great ride, you know.
Tell us how long the plan has been to bring Onesmoothoperator down to Australia and how that was cultivated.
Well, I kept saying to the owner, because you have to go to Australia. owner loves his racing, the family love Andrea, they all love a race, and I said, you have to go to Australia for this time of year, it's fantastic. And I said, this horse has got a good chance. If we get in the cup, he's got a good chance.
Sense for you there was a little bit of unfinished business down here, given things haven't always gone to plan?
Yeah, you just got to put your head down and keep kicking, haven't you? You know, thing is, you know, everybody has bad luck, and like we seen Saturday, you know, everybody has bad luck, so you just have to keep your head down and keep kicking. So, anyway, I know I've got a good horse. So.
We've always had great respect for the format of the Ebor in reference to the Melbourne and Caulfield Cup on an annual basis. Can you explain to us what you made of his running that race this year?
Well, he got too far back. I mean, basically, the idea was nothing was coming from behind in the Ebor, and the idea was sitting middle, and we just got shuffled too far back. And if you look, with 20 plus lengths turning in, it was just far too much to do. But he still ran well. He finished 7th, and then we went to Kempton, and it was too short, a mile and a half there, but they went slow. The winner won Group 1. The horse behind us finished 2nd in Group 3. So the form has been really good. You know, it's great. But I think he's loved it here. You know, he's come and he's every day he eats £20. Never leaves anything, thrives. It's great.
So, but that perhaps the best, I know it's harking into the memory a little bit, but the best you've had a horse adapt to Australian conditions?
I would say Court Diamond had adapted. It was just unlucky with him, but he going into the Melbourne Cup was absolutely bouncing after the Caulfield, and it's just unlucky what happened. But with this horse, he's been bouncing, yeah.
Brian, the form's glistening now out of that Ebor. Well done. Roll on November.
Thanks very much.